Hello everybody, and welcome to a new type of video that I'm going to be doing, called Rambling About History, specifically naval history. This was recorded live on June 6th, 2026, on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/geography_Ryan, link in the description. So if you want to catch these as they happen, and also get more information because I cut out quite a bit in the editing process, go follow me over there and turn on notifications. Or go on my Twitter and follow me, where I say when I'm live if I remember. Or join the Discord, where I have a bot ping when I'm live so that even if I forget, it still goes through. So, this has been the intro, and I hope you enjoy. And it being the 6th of June 2026, it is the 82nd anniversary of D-Day. So, here we are. As you can see, I have a very long list of things to talk about. So, first thing is the story everybody knows about Texas. Let me find a photo. This beautiful thing. And how she did an interesting maneuver during fire support off of Normandy. Most people hear the story in a way that implies it was during the main invasion. You can see it's not mentioned until 15th June 1944, when the German, I believe they were an armored division, I can't remember which, some sort of panzer division, they had retreated pretty far inland because of how quickly the Allies were moving forward, because again this was 9 days after the main invasion, and Texas, if she wanted her 14-inch guns to reach, just barely could, but it was close enough to where a likelihood of friendly fire, I should say, because the range wasn't quite enough. So, it was ordered that her torpedo blister, that being these things you can see on her port side here, the starboard blister removed. She had the starboard torpedo blister flooded because the torpedo blisters were added during modernization in 1926. So she had it flooded so that in theory she could get higher gun elevation. Starboard torpedo blister was flooded with water to provide a list of 2 degrees, which gave the guns enough elevation to complete the mission. And I believe that was her final action off Normandy, because after that, with combat operations beyond the range of her guns on 16 June, Texas left Normandy for England on 18 June. Okay, so yeah. They advanced within 10 days beyond the range of most naval gunfire. So that's it for Texas. One thing I don't really see talked about very much is Belfast's role, that being HMS Belfast, her role in the invasion. Here she is. Because she was there If we can refer to the map, where is she at? She is right here. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but basically center on the screen. And she had Rear Admiral Dalrymple Hamilton, quite the name, on board. And she was part of the fire bombardment. One thing was, on the night of July the 6th, which was a month after the invasion, she was still off Normandy, and she was anchored, because there wasn't much to shoot at, and was threatened by E-boats. And then went to concealment under a smokescreen, and I do not believe she sustained any damage from that. That is interesting. And so that seems to be basically it for her. The destroyers Haida and Huron, as part of 10th Destroyer Flotilla, comprising at the time of tribal-class destroyers Eskimo, Tartar, Ashanti for the Royal Navy, and then for the for the Royal Navy, the J-class Javelin. For the Canadians, HMCS's Haida and Huron, as well as the Polish N-class destroyer Pioron and Grom-class destroyer Błyskawica. Altogether formed the 10th Destroyer Flotilla. Eskimo, Javelin, Pioron, and Błyskawica being 19th Division, and Tartar, Ashanti, Huron, and Haida being the 20th. Where during the Battle of Ushant, one of many battles of Ushant, which happened on 9th June against the 8th Destroyer Flotilla of the Kriegsmarine, which consisted of Type 36A destroyers Z-24 and Z-32, as well as the former HMS Gerard Kallenberg KMS ZH-1, and the Type 1939 torpedo boat T-24. They met on, as I said, the afternoon and evening of 9th June, and they essentially, what 10th Destroyer Division tried to do was send one division, I believe it was to the north of them, and then the other one to the south, so that hopefully, while one division, because each division had four of the ships, while one division was engaging, the other one could be waiting to engage when the other one had to back off. So I believe the first to go down was ZH-1. I believe. Okay, this is really early. 0100 on 9th June, the German ships were first detected by radar. And this is 30 miles east-northeast of Ile de Bats, which is an island just off the north of central Brittany. Okay. Okay. Tartar was struck a couple times by the initial battle, or the initial confrontation, I should say. But she recovered just in time to meet ZH-1 along with Ashanti. Ashanti managed to get at least 2 torpedoes away at very close range, one of which struck ZH-1, completely blowing her bow off. So her captain, Captain Barkow, gave the order to abandon and scuttled her at 0240. So this is only taking an hour and 40 minutes. And among the 39 casualties of ZH-1 was Captain Barkow himself. And of the remaining crew, 28 reached France, and the remaining 140 were picked up by the British. So, zooming over to the to Haida and Huron, they had been pursuing Z-24 and T-24 until the German vessels ran into a minefield. While the Canadian destroyers attempted to detour, they managed to lose sight of them. Z-24 and T-24 regrouped, but finding that they were alone by themselves, they left. And that is the last we hear of them, because they successfully escaped. So Haida and Huron return to come across Z-32, which had received heavy damage after losing contact with the other two destroyers. While the two sides were trying to identify each other, there was much confusion. I believe it was Haida which sent out the coded signal, and Z-32 just didn't respond, and so they thought that it might be, I think, the Damas Tartar, but I'm not sure. Z-32's Captain Bechtelsheim attempted to have her flee at high speed, but she had too much damage, and so she was driven ashore on the Ile de Bats. And the 10th Destroyer Flotilla then retreated back to, I believe they were being based at Le Havre at the time. But Z-32, obviously being run aground right off of Brittany, was finished off by bow fighters the next day. That next day in question being the 10th of June. So, another entry into the one of many battles of Ushant. Certainly the most recent Battle of Ushant. Thank you all for listening to this new series of mine. I hope you liked it, because I will be doing more at some point, mostly live on the Twitch channel. Again, follow my Twitter, join the Discord, or just follow me on Twitch with notifications on to be notified when I go live, so that you can catch me in the act and also get some more info, because I cut out a lot from this video. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.